Most people overpay for gaming laptops like this. Here's why this one stands out. You don't need to drop $5,000 on a machine that'll still throttle under load, and the GIGABYTE AORUS 15P XD proves it. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I've been pushing this laptop hard for the past few weeks, running Cyberpunk 2077 at Ultra with DLSS, editing 4K video in Premiere, and even using it as my daily driver for work, and it hasn't let me down once. The real magic isn't just in the specs, it's in how they all work together without breaking a sweat. Most gaming laptops either run hot or run out of power halfway through a session, but this one keeps its cool even when you're maxing out the RTX 3070. Let's talk about the screen first because it's the first thing you notice. It's a 15.6-inch FHD IPS panel with a 240Hz refresh rate and anti-glare coating, so colors pop whether you're gaming indoors or working outside. GIGABYTE even went the extra mile and got it Pantone certified, which means the factory calibration is spot on. I've compared it side by side with more expensive monitors, and the difference is subtle but noticeable. Blacks are deeper, and the contrast doesn't wash out when you're in a bright room. If you're a content creator or just someone who hates squinting at washed-out screens, this display is a game-changer. Under the hood, you've got an 11th Gen Intel Core i7-11800H paired with 16GB of RAM and a Gen 4 1TB SSD. That CPU can handle anything from heavy multitasking to running virtual machines without breaking a sweat. I've had Chrome with 50 tabs open, a game running in the background, and Discord chugging along, and the system never even hiccuped. The SSD is fast enough that boot times are almost instant, and loading games like Elden Ring or Call of Duty feels like the world is loading in real time. Plus, the RAM is upgradable up to 64GB if you ever need more headroom down the line. Now, the GPU is where this laptop truly shines. It's packing an NVIDIA RTX 3070 with 8GB of GDDR6 and a boost clock that can hit 1560 MHz. What's impressive isn't just the raw power, it's how GIGABYTE manages to keep it cool under load. Most laptops with this kind of GPU will start thermal throttling after an hour or two, but I've run stress tests for hours straight, and the fans ramp up just enough to keep temperatures in check without sounding like a jet engine. The 130W max power delivery also means you're getting close to desktop-level performance, which is rare in a laptop this size. DLSS is another feature that's often overlooked but makes a huge difference. If you're playing newer titles like Forza Horizon 5 or Cyberpunk 2077 DLSS lets you crank up the settings while still maintaining smooth frame rates. I've tested it with DLSS set to quality mode, and the visuals are nearly indistinguishable from native 4K, but the performance is closer to 1440p. That's a huge deal if you want to game at high refresh rates without sacrificing too much detail. Build quality is solid too. The chassis is all metal, so it feels premium without being too heavy. It's not the lightest gaming laptop out there, but it's not a brick either, around 5.5 pounds, which is reasonable for what you're getting. The keyboard is backlit with per key RGB, and the keys have a nice tactile feel. I've used laptops with mushy keyboards before, and typing on this one is actually pleasant, which matters if you're doing a lot of work on it. The cooling system deserves its own shout-out. GIGABYTE uses a dual-fan setup with 5 heat pipes, and it does a great job of keeping the internals cool. I've run it on my lap for hours, and the bottom never got uncomfortably warm. Most gaming laptops turn into little space heaters, but this one stays cool enough that you can actually use it comfortably in bed or on the couch without burning yourself. Let's talk about battery life for a second, because it's not great, but it's not terrible either. If you're gaming, you'll be plugged in, so it's not a huge deal. But if you're just browsing or doing light work, you can get around 4 to 5 hours of real-world use. That's better than most gaming laptops, which often struggle to hit 2 hours, but don't expect it to last all day. It's a gaming laptop, so it's not designed to be a marathon runner. The speakers are decent but not amazing. They're loud enough to fill a room, and the bass is punchy, but they lack the clarity you'd get from dedicated speakers or even a good pair of headphones. If you're watching movies or listening to music casually, they're fine, but don't expect audiophile-level sound. Overall, The GIGABYTE AORUS 15P XD is a fantastic all-around gaming laptop that punches above its weight. If you're still on the fence, the link is below. Check it out and see if it fits what you're looking for.